Good morning, students. Welcome all of you to today's class. Today also we are continuing with the chapter company accounts, and the topic we'll discuss is forfeiture of shares. So the last class we discussed so many adjustments related to the issue of shares. Issue of shares, basic journal entries, issue of shares at a par, at a premium, issue of shares consideration other than cash, then under subscription we discussed, over subscription we discussed. Okay, so all those things once again you go through and remember it. So today we'll discuss forfeiture of shares. So for the word forfeiture means what? Forfeiture means cancellation of shares. That is called what? Forfeiture. So when we cancel, or when company can cancel somebody's shares, so that situation we will discuss. Okay, first we'll go to the meaning. So if any shareholder fails to pay any amount due on allotment or any call within the specified period, the directors may cancel his shares. This is called forfeiture of shares. So here sometimes there is a chance for calls in arrear. So calls in arrear treatment we studied already. So calls in arrear can be in allotment or in other installments. And arrear cannot be in application anyway all shareholders will send, afterwards only they become the shareholders when company do allotment. So allotment onwards a particular shareholder is not paying money to the company, that particular installment he has not paid, then that shareholder's share we can cancel or we can forfeit. Okay, but forfeiture can be done only if the articles of association of the company permits it. So articles of association, we know this is the main important document which mention the company's internal affairs. So of course articles of association has to specify when a company can forfeit the shares of a particular shareholder. So, means cancel, company can cancel the share of a particular shareholder. So the defaulting shareholder must be given a minimum 14 days notice to pay the arrear amount. So suppose this month is the date to pay allotment money, but last date over, and the shareholder has not paid the money, then company can send a notice and they can wait for 14 days, another 14 days, that is called 14 days notice. Even after the notice, if the shareholder is not paying the money, then company can go for what? Forfeiture of shares. Okay, so how company can do it? In spite of the notice, if the shareholder still doesn't pay the unpaid amount, his shares will be forfeited by a resolution of the board of directors. So even after giving the notice, if the shareholder is not replying or he is not sending money or no reply from his side, then company can go for a resolution to cancel the share of that particular shareholder. Okay, so forfeiture of shares means that only. So forfeiture means what? Cancellation of shares. Okay, now accounting treatment will go. Accounting treatment, actually these forfeiture cases usually comes under two cases. So forfeiture of shares issued at par. So we already studied we can issue shares at par or at a premium, that you remember, I think. Suppose the face value of share is 10, issued at 10, this is issue at a par. The face value is 10, issued at 15, then this case is called what? Premium, means 5 rupee extra. So whenever the face value more than the face value the company issue shares, that situation is known as premium, issued at premium. So when we issue at a premium, that is an extra income for the company, we will credit security premium reserve account. So that journal entries and all we studied. Okay, so what is the journal entry when the shares issued at par and we forfeited, or what journal entry we have to pass if the shares issued at a premium got forfeited? Understood? So forfeiture can be in both these cases, par issue case also forfeiture can come, and premium case also forfeiture can be there. Okay, so but under premium case again it is classified under two. When forfeiture takes place after the premium received. So premium means usually allotment, with allotment we collect the premium. Suppose for example application is 2, allotment is 5. In this premium is 2. That means 3 plus 2. So 2 rupee premium. Okay. So this 2 rupee premium. Allotment idea means premium also not received. Okay. Application sent. Allotment they sent. But first call not sent means allotment money already we received. That means what premium also received. So premium installment we have to check where premium is included under first call or allotment or application also even premium can be there. Okay, so if premium received, what is the journal entry? If the premium is not received, what is the journal entry? That is why again under premium case two cases are there. Okay, when after the premium is received means premium is received, when then what journal entry you have to pass? When you forfeit, when you cancel, when forfeiture takes place before the premium received. Premium installment not received, but we forfeited the shares. Then what is the journal entry? Okay. So these cases we'll discuss. Here, first case is forfeiture of shares issued at par. Okay. So issued at par means 10 rupee wala share we issued for 10 rupee. So here what we have to do is, usually what we do is first entry bank account attached to share application. Correct? Share application. Next what we write? Share application to share capital. Okay. This is the first entry. And then second entry what? Share due entry. Share allotment to share capital. Okay. Due entry we passed and kept, but while we passing receipt entry only will come to know that some shareholders has not paid the money. Okay, so these particular shareholders we are going to cancel. So see here, share capital normal case, when we pass due entry share capital account is credited. So when we cancel those shares, what we have to do, this share capital account should be debited. That is why share capital account is debit. Okay, so normal case you can check in the journal entries what we studied, share capital account is credited. Okay, but when you forfeit, when you cancel the shares, the share capital account should be debited. Okay, next what we have to do is, so share capital account is debited, and the credit side we have to classify both the amount, what received and what not received. So like this, credit side, received also we credit, not received also will credit. Why not received also we credit? To cancel the effect. Already what we passed share, suppose share allotment due entry, what we write? Share allotment to share capital. So to cancel this share allotment, what you have to do? Credit in the forfeiture entry. Share capital you have to cancel, that is why you are debiting the share capital here. Understood? So the due entry what we passed, we have to cancel those entry. That is why forfeit entry will come reverse, ulta. Okay. So share capital is debited. Share allotment here credited, not received. What if share allotment money not received, you credit share allotment. If share first call or call money not received, you can credit call to share call. Okay, that's why it is written amount not received. Remember here also amount not received, whatever not received that only you have to write. For example, I told you if share allotment not received, you write to share allotment. If first call is not received, you write a share first call or second call, you can write. And whatever received, that you can write in the share forfeiture account. Okay, remember, so this is very important. Whatever received from the shareholder, to put that amount, that is an additional income. Additional means that is an income for the company. that they will not pay back. Okay, so for an example I tell you, suppose a shareholder holding 100 shares, application he sent 100 into suppose application money 5, so 500 he sent. Okay, out of 10, 10 is the face value. Normal issue at par case we are discussing, face value is 10. So 100 into 5, 500 he sent, means 500 received by the company, received. Afterwards he didn't send anything, that means remaining 5 is there, no, so remaining 5 he didn't send, so not received also 500. Okay, or we'll make it 4 here, so no confusion will be there. Okay, so the shareholder 100 into 4 he sent, so how much he sent? 400. So from that shareholder 10 is the face value, 400 received. Okay, but 100 into remaining he didn't send, only application stage he sent, application he sent, but afterwards he didn't send any money, company sent notice also, no reply from him. So what we can do, remaining is how much? 100 into 6, 600 not received, correct? So this received amount, how much is there? 400. That will go to which account? Share forfeiture account. So forfeiture account, remember, 1 mark question can come. The amount already received from the shareholder is credited to which account? Share forfeiture account. Remember. Okay. Okay, we'll discuss one example. Gopal was holding 100 shares of rupees 10 each of a company on which he had paid rupees 3 on application. He is holding 100 shares, 10 each, face value case. Okay, first case is issued at par, means face value is 10. He had paid 3 on application, 2 on allotment, but could not pay 2 on first call. So one more thing you remember, how much company called, that only you have to write here, called up value. So this share capital account here, suppose 10 is the face value, application 2, allotment 3, then first call 2, second call 3. So total is 10. Okay. So now called up amount is how much? 10. Company asked for. How much company asked from the shareholder? That is called the called up amount. So 10 rupee company asked. So what will come here? Into 10. Suppose 100 is the share. 100 into 10 you can write. Another example I will tell you. Face value is 10. Application 2. Allotment 5. So total 7. But after 7. After this allotment, company did not ask the 3 rupees. Not yet asked. Then how much you have to multiply and write here? 100 into 100 into 7 only you have to take. Out of 7, how much received, how much not received. Clear? Okay. So total company asked how much, that you have to check first. That is the value you have to multiply in the share capital account. So share capital account is debited with which amount? Called up, paid up, like that question will come. So what is the answer? Called up value. Okay, share capital account is debited with the called up value of the shares. Remember. Now this example will discuss. Okay, first past journal entry. Okay, here Gopal is the shareholder. He is holding 100 shares, okay, of rupees 10 each. So 10 is the par value or nominal value. 10 is at rupees 12, then it is premium case. Here 10 only the issue price. Okay, so issue price you have to check. So it is 10 rupee means 10 is at 10 rupee they issued, means it is which case? Par case only. Now the installments are application 3, allotment 2. Okay, then first call 2. So this is what given in the question. So what they are saying, he paid application rupees 3, allotment rupees 2. This both he paid. So how much he paid total? 3 plus 2, 5 he paid. This is paid by him. This is 2. First called rupees 2 not paid. Means 2 not paid. Okay. So what is the called up amount now? 5 plus 2, 7 only. Means company asked only 7. Out of 7, 5 received, 2 rupee not received. Understood, no? So how will pass the journal entry? First what you have to write? Share capital you have to debit. So share capital 100 into what you have to write? 7 you have to take. That is what I told you. You have to multiply with called up amount. Okay. 7. 100 into 7, 700. Then 2 share forfeiture. So forfeiture account how much? What already received. Paid means received for the company. For the company it is received. For the shareholder it is paid. Okay, both are same only. So forfeiture account how much you have to write? 100 into 5. So 500. Then what not received is what? First call. So 2 first call 100 into 2. 2 is the first call amount. So 100 into 2 how much? 200. Understood? So this one only the par case. So par case is very simple. Whatever you received you put in the share forfeiture account. What not received, that particular installment name you write. Okay. So this way you have to do. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go to the answer. Here also answer is given. Share capital 700. Share forfeiture 200. Share call 500. Okay. 1 minute. Which he had paid rupees 3 on application to allotment, but could not pay 2 on first call. Yes, yes. In answer it is wrong. Here you make this should be 500 and this is 200. Okay. So what received is 500. What not received is in that particular call you have to put. Share first call you can write. Okay. This is the first case. So first case understood, no? Forfeiture of shares issued at par. Now second case, forfeiture of shares issued at a premium. So premium case. So we issued shares first at a premium, but in the two cases are there. If premium is not received or premium also received. So first case we check when the forfeiture take place after the premium is received. So premium installment, suppose premium is in allotment. Application also received, allotment also received. So premium included where? In allotment. So allotment received means premium also received. Correct? So if premium received, what is the treatment? How we have to do? So according to section 52 of the Companies Act 2013, if premium has been fully collected, it cannot be cancelled even if we forfeit that shares later on. So this you remember properly, because when we pass journal entry for security premium, suppose the security premium is with the what security premium is with the installment allotment, only allotment I'm talking now. Allotment installment, they are saying allotment rupees 5 including premium rupees 2. Okay. So 2 rupee premium is there. So what is the journal entry we write when allotment due? Share allotment account debtor to share capital to securities premium reserve. This way we write. Okay. So I'll show you in this one. Just wait. Yeah. So normally when share allotment, suppose share allotment is 3 plus 2. Understood? No. 2 is the premium amount. So what journal entry we pass? Share allotment account debtor to share capital to security premium reserve. This is the entry normally we pass. Suppose 100 is the shares, what we write? 100 into 5. So 500 share capital normal value will go. 3 is the real allotment value. 100 into 3, 300, and premium 2. So 100 into 2, 200. This way we write. So here premium already credited. Correct? In due entry we credited already. But when we receive the amount, that time only will come to know premium is received or not. But the case what we are discussing is premium already received. Okay, that particular shareholder paid the premium. So if premium already received means as per the Companies Act we should not cancel it. So remember, if premium is already received, we will not cancel that premium. Already we passed and kept. Okay, so already received, that is received only, we will not cancel it. Okay, that is the rule. So for one example we'll discuss. X Limited issued 100 shares of 10 each to Gopal at a premium of 4 per share. He had paid application rupees 3.50, allotment 6.50, that is including premium. So here premium is inside this. Premium is how much? 4 rupee. So allotment is 6.5 means you have to separate it. 2.5 plus 4. 6 point out of 6.50, 4 is the premium. So you remove 4. So remaining will be 2.5. So 2.5 is the real allotment amount. 4 rupees the premium. But not paid rupees 2 on first call and 2 on final call. Understood? So here he paid application money, he paid allotment money. So premium is where? Inside allotment. So he paid allotment money means premium also paid or not? Yes, premium also paid. Understood? No. He had paid application rupees 3.50, allotment rupees 6.50. That means he paid application and allotment. But allotment includes premium. So he paid allotment means he paid premium also. But not paid first call and second call. First call, second call he didn't pay. Okay. So how to pass the journal entry? Here you can add up and see how much is the called up amount. So 3.5 plus 2.5, how much? 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 plus 2, 10. So total 10 plus 4 premium. So 10 plus 4, 14. Understood? No? So rupees 10 is at a premium of rupees 4. Means 10 is the face value of the share, but we are issuing now it at a premium including 4. So the face value issue price become 14 rupees. Face value never change. Face value is the same, but issue price only will change. Now issue price become 14. So 4 rupee is premium, 10 rupees the face value. Okay, so out of the premium, 4 that is included in share allotment installment. So here share allotment installment already received, means premium also received. So when premium is received, we will not cancel it. Matlab we will not debit it. When we receive or when we pass the journal entry for premium, where we put on the credit side security premium account. So what I told you, when we cancel it we have to pass reverse journal entry, but here we cannot reverse security premium, means we cannot debit security premium reserve account. So when you write normal entry, security premium reserve account is credited. So when you forfeit those shares, if premium is already received, then security premium reserve account should not be debited for cancelling it. Whatever received, received only. Okay, so we'll check the answer. Here what is the number of shares issued? 100. So full amount called by the company, that is why 100 into 10. Okay, 1000 rupee actually company has to get, but in that how much received, how much not received? How much received? Application and allotment received. See here we are not writing premium at all. प्रीमियम को आप छोड़ दो, प्रीमियम हमको मिल गया इसलिए प्रीमियम को इंक्लूड करना ही नहीं. So whatever premium received, don't take it anywhere in the forfeiture journal entry. Understood? No? Yeah. So what received is application and allotment. So what received we have to put in the share forfeiture account. So application, how much? Application is, we'll check, 3.5 This one 2.5 allotment. Okay, yeah, application 3.5, allotment 2.5. Don't take premium when you take allotment. Premium already received, no, so no need to take it. So total is 6. That is why 6 rupee received. Then not received, 2 installments not received. That you have to write that installments name only. So 100 into 2, 200 not received first call, and 200 into 2 again on final call not received 200. So this is not received, this is not received, this is what received. Okay, so this way we have to write, this is received amount by the company, this is not received by the company. So what not received, you can say share first call not received, share final call not received. How much received from that shareholder? 600 rupee is there with the company of that particular shareholder. Actually that 600 rupees company can reissue these for cancelled shares. If one shareholder is not paying money, his share after notice, we can cancel it and we can issue those shares to another shareholder. That is reissue case. So the reissue we will study later. Okay, so whatever received from him, this 600 is an income for the company. That is why we are crediting share for future account. Okay, now this is if premium is received, what to do. This is the journal entry. Now under premium case, forfeiture of shares issued at a premium, when forfeiture take place before the premium received, means premium also not received by the company. Okay, premium also not received. Then what you have to write, if premium not received, then that premium we have to cancel now. Okay, so to when we collect, when we get money, that time we will credit the security premium account. But here you have to cancel security premium also. Remember, if premium is received, no need to include anywhere premium. But if premium not received, you have to cancel it. Understood? So, what will come? The same journal entry only, one addition will come. Share capital account, number of share into called up value, I told you. Now, security premium reserve also will be debited if premium is not received. Okay, security premium reserve account also will be debited. Normally, security premium is credited, SPR is credited. To cancel that, now we have to debit it. Okay, then as usual, other credit side no change. Share forfeiture, then to share allotment not received, share call not received. So whatever received will go to share forfeiture, what not received you have to put in that installment. Okay, so this way you have to do. Now for that also one question will discuss. So the same question, little change, with that change we can discuss. So X Limited issued 100 shares of rupees 10 each to Gopal at a premium of rupees 4 per share. Okay, he had paid only application 3.5 but has not paid allotment 6.5 including premium. So 6.5 के अंदर premium 4 is there. That means 2.5 plus 4. That is why total 6.5. So including premium 4. Then 2 on first call, 2 on final call. So here the shareholder paid only application. He has not paid allotment and first call, second call. That means he has not paid allotment means premium also not paid. Correct? No. So that time what you have to do. Okay. So just we'll discuss and show you. Okay. So here you can see 100 shares issued. 10 each, premium is 4. Okay, installment C, application rupees 3.5, allotment 6.50, first call 2, second call 2. Okay, so in this 6.50 premium also included 4 rupees, so 2.5 plus 4, I divided it separately. Okay, now what he paid, only application he paid, this is not paid, allotment not paid, first call not paid, second call also not paid. That means where is premium? Premium is in allotment. Allotment not paid means premium also not paid. Okay, so now how to pass the general entry? So what we have to write first, share capital account, share capital account debtor, then SPR. SPR means security premium account debtor. 2, what received, what where you have to write share forfeiture account. I'm using some abbreviations to make it easy. You write fully. To then what not received is to share allotment not received, then to first call not received, then to second call also not received. So whatever not received also you have to write it. Now here called up amount how much? 100 into, but right left side, 100 into 10, no? Yes, premium we have to separate and write. So 100 into 4 is the premium. Okay, so 100 into 10 how much? 1000. 100 into 4 and 4, 400. 4 understood, no? Premium value not received, that's why debited. Now share forfeiture account, what received is only application money, that means 100 into 3.5 application, here it is there 3.5, so means 350. Then share allotment 100 into 6.5. Yeah, because here you have to take full including premium you have to take, because here premium is debited, no? So full amount of premium you have to take, full amount of allotment including premium, so that will come 650. Then call 100 into 2, 200. Then second call 100 into 2, 200. Correct, no? So 1400. This both side should tally. So this is debit, this is credit. So when you total the credit and total debit, it should tally. Okay. So this way you can pass the journal entry. So here already given. Here also you can see. Correct, no? Yes. Same way I have written 1000. Security premium 400. Then share forfeiture what already received. This one make it 3.5. Okay, 100 into 3.5, 350. While typing it mistake. Okay, then share allotment what not received on share allotment 6.5. Then share first call, correct, second call. Okay, so this way we have to see the situation and answer the question. Okay, so forfeiture can be at par, at premium. Issue at par can be forfeited, issue at premium can be forfeited. Premium, but you listen properly, premium if already received, no need to take premium at all in the journal entry for forfeiture. But if premium is not received, then you have to take it into consideration. You have to debit security premium reserve in the journal entry. Okay, so this way you have to do. Now question will come with a combination of all these things. Okay, arrear will be there, then advance will be there, over subscription will be there, forfeiture will be there. So forfeiture with a premium, without a premium, everything, whole question will be there. So you have to make all those adjustments in the basic journal entries. Okay, so today I discussed that particular case of forfeiture only. Now you have to do, what we have to solve is full question, like what we did in the previous class, from application onwards, bank account added to application, application to application to share capital, then share allotment to share capital, like that, no? Whatever question is there, full question, that we have to solve from application stage onwards. So today I discussed only the forfeiture case. Okay, so you understand this properly, and then only we can move forward. Actually over subscription onwards, you have to be very careful, because if you are not following it properly or understanding it properly, later it will create problem for you, you will not understand anything. Okay, so these are the important areas: over subscription, forfeiture, and next is reissue. So all those things you have to study properly. Understood? Okay, so for today this much only. If any doubts, anything, you can ask me. Okay, thank you so much. Take care. Bye.